Howdy everybody, how y'all doing? Well, as you all know, I'm a bit of a casual gamer, right? You know, playing Fortnite, playing Mario Kart, online on streams in the last year or so. It's not like I've been trying to keep it hidden. And some of this conversation is, well, there's been a bit of news about video games lately. Some prominent people saying some interesting things, having a philosophical and even a bit of a paradigm shift of a conversation. And I kind of want to get into it then, because I mean, part of it is we were trying to figure out what kind of source of entertainment we want to do for this Ice House Bar and Grill. Or maybe have an arcade room like when I was growing up. And maybe not as fancy as what ended up in the Dave & Buster's around the turn of the century, but definitely some fun stuff like skee-ball and maybe some of the games and the first-person shooters that you can't necessarily have at home on your console because, let's face it, there's something about the good old gaming cabinet that still holds up, right? It's kind of why we've got some of the companies making those classic cabinets that you can build and take home. Or there's guys that go out there and maintain them and collect them and make them look good again, right? And restore them. Like that K-Fox guy. He's pretty cool. So all that to be said, right? Is I got started thinking about all this video game things, right? Because I mean, you had the arcades, but then consoles started getting better. So sometimes instead of having an arcade in the back room, people would just buy their consoles and be able to have different popular games playing together. Of course, then again, by the turn of the century, when Microsoft got in the game and brought out the Xbox, well, all of a sudden you could have LAN parties, you know, like you do on the computer, be able to connect your consoles together. Of course, then pretty soon after that, with the high-speed internet, then everybody could just play online. You know, not just through the PC online games, but everybody could play online, right? It was pretty awesome. Of course, then you had to have all these server farms hosting the games and all this, you know, kind of fast forward to where we are now, right? With everything being online, everything being hosted and stored somewhere in some server farm somewhere in who knows where, you know, some cold room somewhere. Point being, yeah, this whole kind of full circle, I guess you could say, without, you know, jumping through all the details and going through all the historical lessons of it all. Because, I mean, you can find documentaries that are going to say it way better than me. But, you know, when we had the arcades back in the day, and you had your rolls of quarters, and you played until you ran out of money, or you beat the game, got to put your high score initials in there, whatnot. I mean, that was exhilarating. That was awesome. And then, when you had the home consoles that you could play the games at home, but you didn't have to spend all the quarters because, hey, you just bought that whole gaming system, right? You get to learn how to do the Mortal Kombat sequences at home as opposed to trying to do it on the cabinet at the pizza spot. You know what I mean? It was different beast, and it was a different energy, right? But it translated, and it was a whole lot of fun. But here's the thing, right? When somebody comes out and says gamers shouldn't own the games that they play because of all the subscription-based model, these ideas that, you know, it should all be online, all be connected to some source, and you're just logging in to play, and all the things you pay to, you know, play that game, or all the maybe Like, you know, on Fortnite, you don't have to pay to play the game, but you can pay for all the accessories, the skins, and all the novelty stuff that doesn't help you win the game. But let me tell you, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who have invested a lot of money in that game that when they realized if that got shut down, all the money they'd lose, like me too, maybe, it kind of makes you think, I mean, what am I investing in, right? Because you're kind of already there. Like, I guess what I'm trying to get at, I know, get to the point, right? It kind of made sense back in the day when the arcades were the same as like a Coke machine, right? You put money into it, and as long as that cabinet is making the business money, well, it's gonna stay there, right? They get a return for their investments. You know, if one soda doesn't sell after long enough, they're gonna replace it with something else that will sell. And, well, it was a lot of excitement when there was only a couple of games, and you know, that one kid that was the one that everybody wanted to watch because he could beat the game. You know, maybe just being able to share that camaraderie was a whole lot of fun because you were in the same place in the same time. Yeah, it was a shared experience. But now, to say that you shouldn't own the games that you play, and now you're spending hundreds of bucks on a console and almost $100 on a game, and then more money on the DLC and more money on micro purchases, to say that you shouldn't even be able to own what you've been spending all that money on. I don't think this is accounting for inflation. I think there's a very interesting, I don't know, train of thought, paradigm shift is really what I would say. For some people, I'm gonna say on the record that I'm an advocate for physical media, right? I love playing games and I like to play things online, but I'm gonna start thinking more about making sure that I'm investing in something that, well, if the online farms and servers go away, then I could have something to show for and something of value on the other side, right? Something that I can still enjoy. Well, I guess that's mostly all I have to say today. I just think it's interesting that it used to be pay to play, and that was all we had. And now they're trying to say that we should revert back to that old ways, but I feel like we've come too far to really be okay with that. I don't know. But I'm still gonna spend my money on what I think is important and valuable. So, and I hope you do the same. And I'm still gonna play Fortnite and Mario Kart. So let's go out and have some fun together. Like I said, I'm a penguin. We're social animals. So I'm not going anywhere, guys. I mean, if you guys have any thoughts or on the whole console wars or video games in general, put them down in the comments below. And we'll see you later. Bye!